My beloved child, don't skip this message. Listen carefully because what you are about to hear may touch a place in your heart that has been waiting for answers. For a long time, you have wondered whether the love you dream about is real. You have questioned whether the connection you feel deep inside is leading somewhere meaningful. Some nights you convinced yourself to stop hoping. Other nights you found yourself imagining what it would feel like to finally be understood, appreciated, and loved for who you truly are. Stay till the end because this message is about a love story that may be closer than you think. There are seasons in life when nothing seems to happen. Days pass. Weeks pass. Sometimes even years pass. You continue living your life while quietly carrying hopes that nobody else fully understands. You begin to wonder if your moment will ever arrive. You see other people finding relationships, building memories, and creating futures together while you remain uncertain about your own path. Yet God says there are chapters being written that you cannot see yet. Not every meaningful story begins with immediate results. Some stories are quietly preparing themselves behind the scenes. Listen carefully because this changes everything. Many people think love arrives with loud announcements and obvious signs. But often, real love begins much more quietly. It begins with growth. It begins with lessons. It begins with becoming the person capable of recognizing and appreciating a healthy connection when it appears. Sometimes what feels like waiting is actually preparation. Sometimes what feels like delay is actually protection. There is someone listening right now who has experienced disappointment before. You trusted the wrong person. You gave your heart to situations that did not deserve it. You invested energy into connections that left you feeling confused rather than valued. Those experiences may have tempted you to close your heart completely. Yet God says your story is not defined by what failed. Your story is still being written, and some of the most meaningful chapters have not yet begun. Stay till the end because what happened next changed everything. One day, a person who had nearly given up on love realized something important. The waiting period had not been empty. During that time, they had become stronger, wiser, more self-aware. They had learned what they needed, what they valued, and what they would no longer accept. The preparation they once resented became the very thing that helped them recognize a healthier connection when it appeared. My beloved child, God reveals that the most beautiful love stories are not built on fantasy. They are built on trust. They are built on respect. They are built on honesty and mutual effort. The love that lasts is not the love that creates endless confusion. It is the love that creates peace. It is the love that encourages growth. It is the love that helps two people become better versions of themselves. Listen carefully because this next revelation is powerful. The reason this love story feels closer than you think may have less to do with another person and more to do with the changes happening inside you. You are learning lessons that once seemed impossible. You are developing wisdom through experience. You are becoming more confident in your own worth. These changes are creating space for healthier relationships to enter your life. There were moments when you thought certain endings were failures. Yet looking back, you may one day realize they were acts of protection. If some doors had remained open, you might never have discovered better opportunities. If some relationships had continued, you might never have learned the importance of boundaries and self-respect. Sometimes the things that leave our lives create room for things that belong there. Stay till the end because this changes everything. God says that love is not something you chase at the expense of your peace. Healthy love grows where honesty, respect, and effort already exist. Healthy love does not require constant guessing. It does not require abandoning your values. It does not require sacrificing your well-being just to keep someone's attention. My beloved child, there is wisdom hidden within this message. Continue investing in yourself. Continue growing emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Continue becoming the person you hope to meet. The qualities you seek in another person should also be qualities you cultivate within yourself. That is how strong foundations are built. Listen carefully because this next moment is important. If you have been feeling discouraged about love, do not measure your future by your past disappointments. Every chapter teaches something valuable. Every experience offers lessons. Every season prepares you for what comes next. The future remains unwritten, and possibilities exist that you cannot fully see from where you stand today. And here is the beautiful truth God wants you to hear tonight. This love story may indeed be closer than you think. Not because of a magical prediction, but because you are becoming ready for healthier, more meaningful connections. The growth you have achieved is bringing you closer to the kind of relationship built on trust, understanding, and genuine care. So walk forward with confidence, my beloved child. Release the fear that your opportunity has passed. Release the belief that your past determines your future. Continue growing. Continue learning. Continue trusting that meaningful connections are built one honest moment at a time. Because one day, you may look back and realize that the love story began long before you met the right person. It began the moment you started healing. It began the moment you started valuing yourself. It began the moment you stopped settling for less than you deserved. The ending of this chapter is not loneliness. The ending is hope. The ending is not uncertainty. The ending is preparation. And the ending is a reminder that the strongest love stories often begin with personal growth, self-respect, and the courage to believe that something beautiful may still be ahead. Stay hopeful, my beloved child. Some of the most meaningful pages of your story may be closer than you think. My beloved child, don't skip this message. Listen carefully because the story is becoming even more beautiful now. In the first chapter, God revealed that this love story may be closer than you think. But what heaven is about to reveal next is something many people overlook. The greatest love stories do not begin when two people meet. They begin long before that. They begin during the seasons of growth, healing, and preparation that nobody else sees. Stay till the end because what happens next changes everything. For a long time, you may have wondered why certain relationships never worked out. You replayed conversations in your mind. You questioned your decisions. You wondered whether you had missed an opportunity that was meant for you. Yet God says there were reasons certain chapters ended. Not because you were unworthy of love. Not because your future was empty. But because some people were lessons, not destinations. Listen carefully because this changes everything. There are moments when people mistake attachment for destiny. They hold on to situations that continuously bring confusion because they are afraid of letting go. They continue chasing answers from people who have already shown them who they are. Yet heaven reveals that healthy love rarely requires you to abandon your peace. Healthy love grows where trust, consistency, and mutual respect already exist. There is someone listening right now who has been carrying the memory of a past disappointment. Sometimes you wonder if you should have tried harder. Sometimes you wonder if things could have ended differently. Yet God wants you to know that not every closed door was a mistake. Some doors closed because they were leading you away from the life you were meant to build. Some endings protected you from years of heartache you could not yet see. Stay till the end because what happened next changed everything. One day, a person who felt discouraged about love looked back at their journey and realized something remarkable. Every heartbreak had taught them a lesson. Every disappointment had strengthened their boundaries. Every setback had revealed what they truly valued. The experiences they once regretted became the very experiences that prepared them for something better. My beloved child, God reveals that the person entering your future will not need you to become someone else in order to be loved. They will not require you to hide your personality. They will not ask you to shrink your dreams. They will not make you question your worth every day. Real love appreciates authenticity. Real love values honesty. Real love creates space for growth rather than fear. Listen carefully because this next revelation is powerful. The reason this love story is getting closer is because you are changing. You are becoming more aware of your own value. You are becoming less willing to accept unhealthy patterns. You are becoming stronger in ways that you may not even recognize yet. Every lesson is helping you build a foundation for healthier relationships. There were nights when you felt lonely and wondered whether anyone truly understood your heart. There were moments when you questioned whether your story would ever change. Yet heaven reveals that growth often happens quietly. While you were worrying about the future, wisdom was developing inside you. While you were questioning the timing, strength was being built within you. Stay till the end because this changes everything. The love story God is speaking about is not built on chasing. It is not built on obsession. It is not built on uncertainty. It is built on mutual effort. It is built on emotional maturity. It is built on two people who have learned valuable lessons from their past and are ready to create something healthier in the future. My beloved child, there is wisdom hidden within this message. Continue becoming the person you are meant to be. Continue healing from old wounds. Continue learning from past experiences. The stronger your foundation becomes, the stronger your future relationships can become as well. Listen carefully because the story is approaching a powerful turning point. Something is shifting. The lessons are becoming clearer. The pain of the past is losing its hold on you. The future is beginning to feel more hopeful than frightening. The person you are becoming today is preparing you for opportunities that may arrive tomorrow. Something beautiful is unfolding behind the scenes. Not because of luck. Not because of chance. But because growth is creating space for new possibilities. Every lesson is bringing you closer to clarity. Every experience is bringing you closer to wisdom. Every Step forward is bringing you closer to the next chapter. But the biggest revelation is still ahead. In the next chapter, God reveals the signs that this love story is drawing near, the emotional shift that changes everything, and the powerful realization that transforms waiting into hope and uncertainty into excitement. Stay till the end, my beloved child. The most beautiful part of this story has not yet been revealed. My beloved child, don't skip this part. Listen carefully because the story is now reaching a powerful turning point. The waiting season you have been walking through is beginning to reveal its purpose. The lessons that once felt painful are starting to make sense. The growth that happened in silence is preparing you for something you may not fully see yet. Stay till the end because what God is revealing now could completely change the way you view your journey. For a long time, you focused on the people who left, the opportunities that disappeared, and the dreams that seemed delayed. You wondered why certain doors closed just when you thought they were opening. You questioned whether your hopes were realistic. Yet heaven reveals that sometimes the greatest blessings arrive only after we become ready to receive them. Readiness is not about perfection. It is about growth, wisdom, and learning from the chapters that came before. Listen carefully because this changes everything. The signs that a new chapter is approaching are often not found in dramatic events. They are found within you. You begin reacting differently to situations that once upset you. You stop chasing people who continuously create confusion. You become more comfortable with your own company. You start valuing peace more than temporary excitement. These changes may seem small, but they are powerful indicators of personal growth. There is someone listening right now who has noticed these changes without fully understanding them. You no longer tolerate the things you once accepted. You no longer ignore red flags just to avoid being alone. You no longer measure your worth by another person's attention. God says these changes matter because they are helping create the foundation for healthier relationships in the future. Stay till the end because what happened next changed everything. One day, a person who had spent years looking for love in the wrong places finally realized that their greatest transformation had happened within. They stopped searching for someone to complete them and started focusing on becoming whole themselves. Ironically, that was the moment their relationships began improving. Their confidence grew. Their standards improved. Their choices became wiser. My beloved child, God reveals that healthy love enters differently than many people expect. It does not arrive demanding that you prove your worth. It does not arrive creating constant uncertainty. It does not require endless guessing games. Healthy love grows steadily. It grows through trust. It grows through honesty. It grows through mutual respect and consistent effort. Listen carefully because this next revelation is powerful. The reason this love story feels closer is because you are no longer the same person you were at the beginning of your journey. The experiences you survived taught resilience. The disappointments taught discernment. The healing taught self-respect. These lessons are changing the way you view relationships and the way you choose the people you allow into your life. There were moments when you felt forgotten. Moments when you wondered if your turn would ever come. Yet heaven reveals that comparison is often the thief of hope. Your story was never meant to unfold exactly like someone else's. Your path contains unique lessons, unique timing, and unique opportunities. What matters is not whether your journey looks like another person's. What matters is whether you continue moving forward. Stay till the end because this changes everything. The emotional shift happening inside you is more important than you realize. You are beginning to trust yourself more. You are beginning to recognize your value more clearly. You are beginning to believe that you deserve relationships built on honesty, respect, and genuine care. That belief changes everything. My beloved child, there is wisdom hidden within this message. The love story God is preparing is not simply about meeting another person. It is also about becoming the version of yourself that can fully appreciate and contribute to a healthy relationship. Growth and connection often develop side by side. Listen carefully because the story is approaching its final chapter. The waiting season is revealing its lessons. The pain of old disappointments is losing its power. The future is beginning to feel less uncertain and more hopeful. The person you are becoming today is preparing you for possibilities that may arrive when you least expect them. Something beautiful is happening. The fear is fading. The wisdom is growing. The hope is returning. You are no longer standing in the same place emotionally where this journey began. You have grown too much for that. But the greatest revelation is still ahead. In the final chapter, God reveals the beautiful purpose behind the waiting, the blessing hidden within every lesson, and the joyful ending that transforms uncertainty into confidence, healing into hope, and preparation into a future filled with meaningful possibilities. Stay till the end, my beloved child. The best part of this story is still to come. My beloved child, if you have stayed until this moment, then listen carefully. This is the final chapter. This is where the waiting begins to make sense, where the lessons reveal their purpose, and where the story reaches a beautiful ending filled with hope, peace, and new possibilities. Stay till the end because God wants you to understand something important. The delays were never meant to break your heart. They were meant to prepare it. For so long, you wondered why certain things did not happen when you wanted them to happen. You questioned the timing. You questioned the setbacks. You questioned why some people entered your life only to leave again. Yet heaven reveals that every chapter carried a lesson. Every ending carried wisdom. Every disappointment carried an opportunity for growth. Even when you could not see it, your journey was shaping you into a stronger, wiser, and more confident person. Listen carefully because this changes everything. The beautiful truth is that the waiting season was never empty. While you were wondering when your love story would begin, it was already beginning inside you. Every lesson was helping you recognize your worth. Every challenge was teaching resilience. Every moment of healing was preparing your heart to build healthier and more meaningful connections in the future. There were nights when you felt lonely. Nights when you questioned whether anyone would truly understand you. Nights when the future felt uncertain. Yet God reveals that those difficult moments helped you discover something powerful. You learned how to stand on your own. You learned how to value yourself. You learned that your happiness cannot depend entirely on another person's presence. Those lessons became some of the greatest gifts of all. Stay till the end because what happened next changed everything. One day, A person who had spent years searching for love realized that they had already found something incredibly important. They had found self-respect. They had found wisdom. They had found inner strength. Once those things were established, the relationships they attracted began changing too. They stopped accepting confusion and started choosing clarity. They stopped settling for uncertainty and started valuing consistency. My beloved child, God reveals that the strongest love stories are built on strong foundations. A healthy relationship is not two incomplete people trying to rescue one another. It is two people bringing honesty, effort, respect, and emotional maturity into a shared journey. That kind of connection grows steadily. It creates peace rather than constant anxiety. It encourages growth rather than fear. Listen carefully because this next revelation is powerful. The blessing hidden within your waiting season was preparation. If certain things had happened earlier, you might not have been ready for them. If some doors had opened too soon, you might not have recognized their value. The timing you question may have been protecting you while helping you become the person capable of appreciating what comes next. There is someone listening right now who needs to hear this truth. Your past disappointments do not define your future. The relationships that failed do not predict the relationships that have yet to begin. The mistakes you made do not erase your value. Every new day offers a chance to write a different chapter. Stay till the end because this changes everything. The future God wants you to focus on is not built on fear. It is built on possibility. New people will enter your life. New opportunities will appear. New experiences will teach valuable lessons. The wisdom you gained from previous chapters will help guide your choices moving forward. My beloved child, there is beauty in knowing that your story is still unfolding. You do not need every answer today. You do not need to know every detail of tomorrow. What matters is continuing to grow, continuing to learn, and continuing to trust that meaningful relationships are built one honest step at a time. Listen carefully because this is the most important revelation of all. The love story God has been preparing is not simply about finding someone else. It is about becoming the person you were meant to be. It is about building a life filled with purpose, kindness, confidence, and wisdom. When those things exist, healthy relationships have a stronger foundation on which to grow. And here is the beautiful ending heaven wants you to carry in your heart tonight. The waiting season is not a sign that you have been forgotten. The lessons were not a sign that you were being punished. The delays were not evidence that your hopes would never come true. They were part of a journey that helped you become stronger than you were before. So walk forward with confidence, my beloved child. Release the fear. Release the old disappointments. Release the belief that your best days are behind you. Continue growing. Continue believing. Continue making choices that honor your value and protect your peace. Because one day, you may look back at this chapter and realize that everything was preparing you for something better. The lessons prepared you. The healing prepared you. The growth prepared you. And when the next beautiful chapter arrived, you were finally ready to embrace it with wisdom, gratitude, and an open heart. The ending of this story is not loneliness. The ending is hope. The ending is not confusion. The ending is clarity. The ending is not regret. The ending is growth. And the ending is a reminder that your future remains unwritten, filled with possibilities, meaningful connections, and beautiful moments that have not yet arrived. Trust the journey, my beloved child. Some of the most wonderful pages of your story may still be waiting just ahead.